we welcome Boston College into the room now. Kai Bowman will be first to spend some time with us for the next 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll bring up his teammate, Jerome Robinson. Guys, we've got microphones on both sides of the floor, so once again, if you would, identify yourself and the media outlet you're with, and we'll get started. So, Kai, first question to your left, front row.
Dan Swartora, wakeupcall.dt.com. Kai, just what you could say about maybe some positives you're taking away from last season, some of the things to build upon. Are there some of those areas you can look back to help you move forward?
The things that I've been working on like this year, just going into my sophomore year, is understanding like the leadership role is going to be like a big point for me, and also knowing like that defense is where we needed to improve last year, just from the losses that we had at the stretches of games. Is like communication on the defensive side is what we really need to improve on.
Kai, as a freshman, you seem to be such the go-to guy. Did you feel pressure that the scoring at times was on you?
At times, determining what the situation was, I felt like I didn't have to like rely on myself, but also rely on like different open plays to see.
Kai, to the very back, left row, right at the aisle.
Ryan Leonard, ACC.com, making the all-ACC freshman team and averaging 14 points a game. What are the next steps that you need to take to elevate your game going into your sophomore season?
The next steps for me is just seeing different plays off the ball screens, just understanding like different aspects of the game, and also bringing up a bigger leadership role just for me and my team to succeed.
Kai, let's go back to Dan in the front row to your left.
Kai, what have you taken away from your head coach at this point in your career?
Right now, he's always on top of me about eating right and being a leader on and off the court. So for me, like always trying to like stay outside of the sugars and being able to talk to my teammates off the court and on the court, because I know these relationships gonna last forever.
Let's go back to our left, fourth row.
Zach Spears, Eagle Action. Kai, what are some things that in your relationship with John Wall that he's given you to help elevate your game, make you a better player?
Him telling me that I need to really work on my change of pace, just not going all out every single play, just really like slowing it down, then speeding back up was like one of the main things that he actually got on me about. Like just change of pace is going to be a major key to my game.
Follow-up question.
Again, you worked out with Russell Westbrook a couple times this summer. What did you learn from working out with him?
What I learned from him, just not letting other things like set me back. Just from in the first beginning of the season, I let like some of my difficulties at home set me back, but learning from him, like talking to him, like just letting my game just keep playing, not worry about other things offside the court.
Kai, many of us have visited Havelock as we're based here in North Carolina. Havelock doesn't get nearly as cold as Boston does. How was your first winter up in the Northeast?
My first winter, it was bad. After the Syracuse game, that night when we got there, it was 9 degrees, and all I had was a sweatshirt and some sweatpants, so had to survive on the walk up to upper campus, so it was the worst.
Other questions for Kai? Kai, we'll go back to our folks with ACC.com in the very back to the left against the aisle.
Coming off of an injury at the end of last season, how are you doing going into your sophomore season again?
I feel better than I was before. Like just knowing that my leg was actually like when it first happened, I was like scared that it was like an MCL or ACL, but just knowing that it wasn't because of the Lord. So just knowing that I'm back and better is the good thing for me.
Kai, last question, then we'll let you go. Knowing that your teammate Jerome is also from North Carolina, did it help you in your transition from high school to college, knowing that you had another born and bred Tar Heel on the team with you?
It actually made a big impact on me as far as like being here, just knowing that I'm not the only one playing with a chip on my shoulder, just like show others that we belong in the ACC, but also playing for our family and just having that determination to play for the ACC.
Kai, thank you. Jerome, you're up next. Questions for Jerome Robinson as we spend our last few minutes with the Eagles? To our left, we'll go with Dan here in the front row.
Jerome, same that I asked your teammate, just what you've taken away from your time at Boston College and building upon what you've been able to do. I know there's been some adversity, obviously, but what you can take away from that.
It's just more than basketball, you know. BC's taught me a lot since I've been here, from the basketball side and from the academic side. So just taking the lessons that I've learned from basketball and applying them to my everyday life.
Jerome, a familiar face to your left, fourth row.
Hey, Jerome. Hey, Jerome. Johnny DePerel, BC IMG Sports Network. What impact has Deontay Hawkins had on the team thus far? Transfer from Illinois State. Yeah. What do you expect to see from him?
I'm expecting a lot from him. Deontay, as a fifth year, is fit in easily. The easiest that I've seen so far, and it feels like he's been here since I started. And I mean, he's definitely talks the most on the team. He gets us hyped up for practice every day, and I think he's a great leader for us too.
Jerome, same type of North Carolina question. When Kai joined the squad, knowing that he was a fellow North Carolinian, did you assume the role of big brother at all?
Yeah, I definitely did. When he took his visit to BC, it was almost the same kind of thing. He just felt like my little brother. I have 3 younger brothers, and he just fit in with them as well.
Other questions for Jerome? Jerome, one of the questions we asked one of the programs earlier, does a successful season normally dictate that you have to have a trophy? Can you be successful without hardware?
You can be. For us and what we've come from, there can be a lot of success in different ways. And I feel like our growth is another success. And I feel like our production by the end of the year will be another one as well.
Jerome, it's not all about you, obviously, but are there personal goals that you have for yourself that, as you think about being an upperclassman, that you want to hit?
Yeah, there's definitely personal goals. But, I mean, they always tie in with my team because if I don't succeed, we all won't succeed. And if they don't succeed, I won't succeed. So it's all tied in together.
How about you in the Northeast winters? Are you okay? Have you adjusted?
Yeah, I just ordered some boots not too long ago. I missed out on them last year. That slush gets to you when it starts melting a little bit.
You hear that, Kai? Boots. Okay, boots. Jerome again here in the middle to our left.
Zach Spears, Eagle Action. Jerome, you grew up next door neighbors to Scotty McCreery from American Idol. Yeah. And usually whenever you play NC State, he usually tweets about you. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with him, but what's it like to log on Twitter after a game after you played well and see a country music superstar tweeting about you?
It was pretty cool. Just a cool shout out that he gave me. Obviously, he's actually lives in the back of my neighborhood, which is pretty cool. And we've met like once or twice just in the area. Not like direct friends, but mutual friends. And he's just a cool guy, and I appreciate him for that.
And if you're playing basketball Operation Bingo and you had Scotty McCreery on your card, you can check that off. Anything else for Jerome? Boston College, good luck this year. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.